Hey there, everybody. We're back with another Big Brother 22 update, even
It's
though
like the live feeds have already started, and every couple hours you're seeing us.
it is. I didn't think we would get this. There would be this many shenanigans before the premiere even started, but this was a situation where we come off the video earlier where we discussed the house tour, we talked about the live feed starting tomorrow night, we talked about potential twists, all that. We'll link that below. And then
All this clownery has started, so we're gonna talk about Julie Chen being
why?
getting the finger wag from me for some of the stuff that she's done today. We're gonna talk about some weird Christmas stuff that's happened. Like, there is just some weird stuff happening.
You know who's not having a Merry Christmas right now? Is Christmas is whoever she's got like running her like newsletter or
Oh my
what?
goodness.
Oh, and we'll get into that and have a little bit of fun with some silly teases at the very end of this video about the cast. But before we get into this, if you guys like this video and all of our videos, subscribe, give us a like, and if you check out the description, you can see our store and our Patreon where we have a number of different benefits, including live chats that we're doing over there the last Sunday of every month. So I hope you take a look at that. And now we begin with Julie Chen.
Okay, so we just did a video this morning talking about Josh, who came on his Twitter and said, you know, he didn't want to say too much, but there had been rumors going around about his health and that he was healthy and, you know, don't believe everything you hear sort of thing. And I've long been of the opinion that if people have something going on with their health,
Yeah.
I don't want to know about it unless you want to tell me. The rumors that are going around and, you know, oh, well, Josh was partying, so that must mean that this is happening to him. Like, I've never really been down for those types of rumors about people's health because it's not my business and it's not anybody's business. It is their health to decide what they wish to do or tell us or not tell us. Then Julie Chen came out today and just totally did exactly everything that makes me the angriest, which is talk about people's health and people testing positive and confirming that people are testing positive. And I don't know, like, what is wrong with you? I'm not here to be just like, you know, Julie Chen, you're a clown, but like, come on. I mean, it's so inappropriate to do stuff like that and to talk about somebody else's a positive test. It's not your place to say that stuff. It's not any of our place to say something like that. So I was really disappointed when I saw that today. That's it.
Okay, well, here's
I have the disappointment.
Here's some of the context.
And I'm pissed.
Josh has been under fire for a while, and Casey too, who may not very well be on the season either, because they went out partying. I think it was in Miami at some point.
Which is also ridiculous.
Yeah, which is ridiculous and horribly irresponsible, and we've blasted them for this in videos in the past, so I don't need to harp on it every single time, but it is ridiculous and irresponsible that they did this. But at the same time, it's also irresponsible for everything over the past week to be like, okay, Josh and Casey are not participating because they tested positive when nobody really actually knows that.
Nope.
And so ultimately, that's just all out there. And Julie goes on, I think it's CBS Los Angeles today, and she doesn't name anyone by name, but she says in there, oh, there were people who I expected to be on this season who tested positive. And she says this kind of roughly around the same time that Josh puts out that statement that you talked about earlier. And guess what? People are automatically going to assume that it's Josh. And regardless of whatever we may feel about Josh and his irresponsibility and anything else, if he didn't test positive, he doesn't deserve to have a bunch of people coming at him and saying that he did. Or ultimately, you know, even if he did test positive, that's okay. That's his business to deal with, and that's something that he can disclose when he wants to disclose it. And just for someone like Julie, who you're the face of the show, and you're sort of like the authority on the show, and you're sort of supposed to be the person who's kind of above it all.
Yeah, and you're supposed to sort of be like the gatekeeper of the people who are the house guests here, like the house manager kind of thing, and to sort of help protect everybody. I was just I was legitimately shocked
Yeah.
when I heard that she had done this, because CBS has been very careful
Yeah.
to not really say anything about that, or to do their best to sort of, I mean, it hasn't been that great, but they're doing their best to try to keep a lid on who's in the cast or who was in sequester, and now we can see who's not in sequester. But now Julie's confirmed that people have tested positive. So now people who were supposed to be in sequester who are not, now we will probably know what their health status is, which I don't want to know. It's not my business.
Yeah, and ultimately, I want the conversation to be about, at this point especially, the game, because the game itself is starting in a day instead of everyone...
One more sleep.
Yeah, and instead of it being like a mystery where everyone is out there trying to investigate, who tested positive for what, and I just want it to be about the game. So that is our 2 cents on Julie and some of everything that's going on with that.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Wear a mask, everybody. Now, let us move forward.
And get them from Dingo.
Yeah, the Hamster Watch, she actually made our masks.
Yeah, she made our masks.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Yeah, they're really, really great. So, moving on from Julie, let's talk about other ridiculousness. And this one I just find insanely hilarious, because this is what Christmas Abbott has been rumored, I'm going to get myself together to be on Big Brother for a while now. I don't really get this. I'm not the biggest Christmas fan in the world. I think people remember her most because she got hurt and because she was Paul's minion in the game. I think CBS wants her because when she's not hurt, she's like a physical machine, and she also has...
I'm not surprised.
She's got 1 billion Instagram followers.
Really not surprised.
And she's got an audience of people who are not typical Big Brother watchers, so I think the idea is, okay, let's get people who are not traditional fans, because super fans are going to watch anyway. But Christmas's team, who she's apparently got running things while she's in the house, they sent out this, newsletter that is basically confirming that she is going to be on the show, and it's sort of explaining, all of her fitness programs, everything that I guess Christmas got some stuff together in advance before she got out for everybody who's following her, so they're taken care of. It's just like, guys,
you couldn't have waited 1 day?
Yeah.
It is literally a day away. What difference was this I don't know why they did this. It is so weird.
It is so weird.
Someone's getting a firing.
It's the other thing. This is my guess.
I would be so mad.
I'm guessing that Christmas's team probably had word or something that the cast was going to be out long before now, like everybody else, but they forgot to go into the part of the website that lets you schedule for a particular day, and so they forgot to change the scheduling on their post. And there's people already out there, and I've seen this many times, who believe that Christmas is going to be punted off of Big Brother 22.
It's a day away. Come on.
I don't think that's going to...
And it's not her fault. She is in sequester. Why is she going to get kicked off of the show for something that her team did while she's not there? She can't control that.
No, she can't control it. I don't think CBS is going to be happy about it. I think Brodner is somewhere, shaking her fist in the air and being like, Christmas is canceled right now. But the puns are coming, people.
Oh, they've already been here.
I am Zingbot with the level of Christmas-related puns, but I don't think it's going to take her off the show. I mean, I do think that there probably is, 2 or 3 women who are sort of kind of are they alternates, are they not alternate people? And I always kind of thought Christmas was sort of in that group in the first place, where if she was on the show, she's borderline, but that's probably just me being biased as someone who's not in the fitness community or needs a lot of people with Instagram followers on the show.
I thought that she would possibly be somebody considered, because she did get injured, sort of. A lot of the people that are on this season feel like they are sort of second chances or want a chance to compete again because of a bad twist or something that happened that was sort of out of their control, a bad alliance, something like that. So, I mean, Christmas and her foot injury, that falls into that category.
I will say this: if Christmas ends up being in the game and Amber is not in the game, I would much rather have Amber than Christmas. That's just me and my feeling. Christmas may go in there and be really competitive and bring a lot of drama. I don't know, but remember when we were supposedly going to have Paul, Josh, and Christmas? Whose idea was that let's take like the least popular final three of all time and let's bring all of those people back?
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to know with these lists anyways.
Yeah, I know.
There's been like 80 people rumored at any given time for the past month.
There has been, so I think we're...
Remember when we thought we were going to have Dan? Like, that was the thing?
Oh,
Come on.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was good.
It's okay. Dan, I wish you were on the season, but I get it. Okay, well, the last thing we'll just do this briefly because it's kind of just silly, but CBS, they put out some quotes right before we came on, and they were like, try to guess which Big Brother 22 house guest said this. And here we go. Number 1, the first time I was on Big Brother, I was majorly distracted by a showmance.
Okay, well, that could be a lot of people.
Yeah. It could be Bailey, it could be Nicole, because Nicole was in a showmance with Hayden Voss.
Could be Tyler, it could be anybody. There's so many people that have been on this show that were in a showmance. Danielle Donato was in one. I mean, and she's now married to one of her showmances from afterwards. So, like, this quote sticks on a lot of people.
Yeah, doesn't really give you a lot. Number 2, I look at the Big Brother house as a business deal right now. It's a 3-month business deal that I need to close. This is obviously Janelle to me, because Janelle is a real estate person. She's going to talk. By the way, is anybody else, when you think about real estate and closing a deal, do you just think about Santa Clarita Diet? Because I totally do.
Yeah.
It's sort of like Drew Barrymore has a talk show coming on, and all I want to see her talk about is ask questions about cannibalism.
I miss that show. It's so good.
I miss that show too. It was so funny. Okay, it's probably Janelle. Number 3, it's a new day, and I can't wait to play. Poetry!
Yeah, no, that really doesn't tell you anything at all. It just seems like a really positive quote.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, it would be someone like a Nicole Anthony, who's just a positive person.
Yeah, I think it's probably Nicole. That's fine. I'm trying to, like, picture these people say it, and, like, I could see maybe Devon saying it, because Devon has kind of a certain cadence, where I think she could be like, it's a new day, pause, and I can't wait to play. Maybe. All right, number 4, silly trees. I've played Big Brother twice before. My winning strategy this season is to remain as agile as possible. Who says agile in everyday conversation?
I don't know. Maybe that was part of the throwaway of the line, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few people that are kind of around that have played twice. Danielle Donato has, if she's on the cast.
Yeah. Maybe Danielle Donato really wants to be agile this season. Maybe that's a part of the game plan.
Maybe.
If you have ideas for these teases, which we're never really going to get to the bottom of them, let's be honest.
Maybe what agile means is more like fluid in the game. Like, I'll be in your alliance, but I'll also entertain this kind of thing.
Maybe it is James from Big Brother 17 and 18. He's being
God.
really agile because he needs to pull off more pranks.
Oh my God, you can see yourself out.
No, well, we are finishing up this video, so we can see ourselves out. But anyway, this is a brief follow-up to the video.
We had to put out James.
Well, you know, it happens. We have to throw some weirdness into these videos at some point. But remember, tomorrow, we will be live after the premiere. Hopefully within, maybe a few minutes or so, we'll come on. We'll talk about it. We'll see your guys' comments in the chat. I think it's going to be a fun experience. So I hope you guys check that out. If you didn't see earlier, we talked about the live feed starting tomorrow, the house tour, all sorts of possible theories with what the premiere could be. So check that out. Give us a like, subscribe. If you want to support us more, check the link in the description and check out our Patreon. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you here next time.